Okay, so as I record this, winter is technically, literally just around the corner because you're going to hear this towards the end of November. In fact, the Sunday prior to Thanksgiving week. So we know that in a few weeks, not just yours truly's birthday on the 5th of December, but all goofing aside, December 21 is winter. Jan, why are you bringing this up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. Oftentimes, we talk about our stockpiles in our homes, in our apartments, in our living spaces. But there is another place where we do spend, many of us spend a lot of time. And with the winter rolling around, winter brings up its own dreads. What are you talking about, John? Talk about the time we spend in our cars getting to and fro. Now, some of us have driving situations where it might cost us an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, just going back and forth just to get to work. 2 hours a day, multiply that by five, that's 10 hours a week. 10 hours a week just driving back and forth just to go to work. I'm just saying. But the reality is, or to bring our kids to school, right? Or other events, whatever it is that comes up. But the bottom line is, with winter approaching, does that mean we should have different things in our cars, in our trunks? I believe yes. I believe yes, just the way I take it seriously that we should have important things in our longer term stockpile for our homes or apartments for things that come up. So too, should we have a few things in our cars? Well, Jan, I don't plan on living in my car. I get that. But what about when you're stranded? What about when that sudden blizzard that you never heard about on the news or the weather? Because sometimes weird stuff happens. And I had an experience myself that I can tell you that I know firsthand that is a reality. In that case, I was not in my car. I was traveling back and forth from one section of Queens. This is about 30 years ago, to another section in Queens that required two bus rides. A blizzard is a different story, and I didn't realize it till I was quite much younger, okay? I didn't realize the effective difference between a blizzard situation and a regular snowstorm until that day. Literally. The way it came down, first it started like a little bit, then 2 seconds later, I'm not even kidding you, in the time that I'm standing at the bus stop, freezing cold, stranded, waiting for the bus to come. Let me tell you, it was only in real time, it was only a matter of minutes. But in real time, it didn't take 4 hours for all those inches of snow to pile up. In that blizzard situation, not only was it practically blinding, you could hardly see a thing other than snow and everything else piling up so fast, too quickly. It was just unbelievable. It was absolutely unbelievable, the rate of the snowfall and how it was accumulating. Oh my word. Now, I was outside, but if you're stuck in a car that for whatever the reason is disabled and you're stranded and it is a blizzard situation, that is no joke. That could be a life-threatening situation for hypothermia. Depends on all the temperature situation going on, wind chill factor. There's so many things. So here's my strong suggestion. I believe all the time a person should keep blankets in their trunk all the time. Doesn't have to be a lot, doesn't have to be uh, many big, but just enough. Okay, a couple. In addition to that, extra bottles of water. Keep some water bottles. Yes, keep some water bottles. In their case for an emergency, you could hopefully maybe even keep a blanket over it so the bottles hopefully don't freeze up or whatever, but also to be able to keep those immersion things that will heat up hot water in case you're stuck freezing. You can make your own hot chocolate. You could keep the hot chocolate packages too, or tea or instant coffee, whatever you want, whatever you have. Might have a senior person with you in the car. That's really scary when you're not only just responsible for yourself, but you have another person that might be a senior citizen person in your car, and you're wanting to make sure that everybody is as comfortable as they can be. To me, it's also important to hang on to over counter medication. You don't have to have tons of it. Those little packages. Keep a few in your car as part of your stockpile. Of course, the as per usual flashlights and things of that nature. Absolutely. But all the small comforts of home while one is stranded could make a big difference in how it feels until your help arrives. If you know you got the blanket, you're more comfortable. If you're sipping hot tea or hot chocolate or even instant hot soup, you're comfortable. Keep some of those things as part of your car stockpile. People don't talk about this too often, but I believe it's very important. It's amazing what the little small steps that we can take of preventative nature. Hopefully, you never use them. Hopefully. Or hopefully, you want to use them because you have it, not because it's a need. Like, hey, you know what? We have that hot chocolate. Why don't we pull over and make a little, something, whatever it is you decide to do. I'm just saying, but isn't it nice to know, okay, that stuff is there? Just the mental ease, the peace of mind to know that, well, grandma isn't going to freeze to death. Why? Because I made sure I brought some blankets. Ah, this is very important. You know what's interesting? And all the things that I talk about, the major theme that I have noticed, and it seems to be so workable for everyone, is the idea of prevention. The idea of preventing a problem. We know problems are going to happen, and we know emergencies do not send out a written invitation. And I've said this several times. Why? Because it's true. An emergency isn't going to write you a letter. Well, next week at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, out of nowhere, you are going to have an emergency. No, no. No, last time I checked, nah, doesn't work that way. Nope. Emergencies happen, but all goofing aside, we have to be the ones that should, prevent certain things. But we also should be enabled to handle an emergency. Prevention is the best, but since emergencies do happen anyway, beyond our control, what can we do best to calm it down and make it not as bad as it could be? That's another reminder. It just hit me. Okay, medical emergency kit. Okay. So, that's very important. A first aid kit. They're not that expensive. Nope. You keep that in your car. To me, I don't mind spending monies on certain things like that. To me, it is a matter of prevention. It's a matter of peace of mind and knowing that we could do it. So the next time you're figuring out your stockpile at home, also consider the stuff that you may need to keep for your car. And I really mean that. It might make a big, big difference. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. I certainly appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back every single morning. When? At 5 a.m. for a brand new upload. Take good care of yourself and your amazing family. And as per usual, super thanks are forever, ever, and ever appreciated. Thank you.